Mr. Levin.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brady is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'd like unanimous consent to introduce two letters, one from the Small Business Coalition for Affordable Health Care urging this committee to adopt this bill. And it's from a letter from bakers to builders to local hotels and service station dealers talking about the impact of the 30-hour work rule, and as well as the National Restaurant Association, which strongly urges us to
Mr.
pass
Chairman,
this
do we-
legislation.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman, do we have copies of those letters?
We'll be glad
We'll
to
make them
provide
available. They're going to be a formal part of the record.
Mr. Barthold, clearly we're hearing from across the country that it is so critical that we preserve full-time jobs in America and that we end this war on our workers. And we heard in a hearing last week from a number of small businesses, including community colleges. So as you look at the section of the Affordable Care Act defining 30 hours as a threshold, what responses does JCT anticipate that local employers will take? For example, community colleges like Ivy Tech have said they'll cut back the hours of adjunct professors, keep them below the 30-hour definition of full-time. Does JCT view that business decision as consistent with the potential responses you would expect to see from our employers?
The shorter answer is yes. We consider that part of present law baseline activity, and it was considered in analyzing the underlying legislation for what baseline practice will be, and then it's a similar sort of analysis in terms of trying to analyze the changes of this proposed legislation.
And as you look at this 30-hour rule, will some local employers cut back the wages of employees to adjust the total compensation package to accommodate the new mandate?
Our basic economic analysis, sir, is that we look at total compensation, and total compensation can have cash wages, other benefits, health care as a non-cash benefit. So if the employer is making trade-offs, providing more health care, we'd expect changes in other forms of compensation.
So they're going to adjust the total package.
With the total package, we think won't adjust that much, but the components of it will, sir.
And finally, we've seen reports from some companies, for example, Target and Trader Joe's, who've announced they'll just drop coverage for part-time employees working less than 30 hours as a result of this new employer mandate. So is this business decision consistent with what JCT sees in their analysis?
Again, to look at total compensation or trying to attract and retain employees, we think that some employers could think that they make their employees better off by offering them more compensation more in terms of cash or other benefits than health coverage if there's better, potentially cheaper health coverage offered elsewhere. So the type behavior that you described would be consistent. I can't speak about the specific case that you mentioned.
Mr. Chairman, we're hearing from not just small businesses around the country, but from our labor union leaders that this is real, that this will destroy the 40-hour work week. It is critical we move now on this legislation. Thank you.